I was watching this interview with one of the actors from Supernatural, and he was totally like joking around about it, but also kind of not. And it's kind of funny because he was saying how like he goes, oh, when there's a bump in the night or anything like that, I'm not really scared because kind of false bravadoly. I'm like, come at me, like I've been doing this for 15 years, because I mean, if you're kind of on a show where you fight the supernatural, I think like if you think about it in the real world, you're like, I got this. I've been training for this for 15 years, all the different techniques and ways to fight off different supernatural beings. And I thought, how funny is that? I mean, kind of like you do something for 15 years and you dive all into it, and I'm sure like they've read different lore and this, that, and the other thing. I'm sure it's like very extensive and this, that, and the other thing. And so you probably pick up a trick or two, right? And so just to think that like you're driving at the middle of the night, like me, if I'm driving at the middle of the night and I hear a bump on the road, I'm like ah, and I'm honking, I'm calling somebody for help and holding the teddy bear. But I could totally see like him driving in his car and he hears a bump in the night and he goes, "No, come on, really? Bring it. I got this." And I'm over here setting up like traps so that nobody like opens the door to my house. Right? You ever do that? You ever like put something in front of a door, in case like they get through the lock and they'll open it and then something will fall and you'll hear it and then you'll go, ha ha, a secret alarm system. That's stupid, right? And everyone's agreeing that's dumb. Actually, I'm kind of thinking about it now, like with the whole, and I know I'm just like jumping all over the place here, but if you saw, saying Shang-Chi, I think I butchered that. But if you saw that movie, Katie, one of her main things is like, yeah, you catch them off guard, just on a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair. See, it throws everybody off. Everybody who was just upset with me thinking that this guy's out of his mind is now like, oh, wait, what? So that was the whole like trick, like, something you put something and then crash and then maybe they go, ah, right? But the key is you got to remember what you put in the door, in front of the door. Like for one night, probably because I was watching Supernatural. No, I'm just kidding. But one night I was, a little scared, right? We all have those nights. For me, it's every night. But, we could all have them occasionally. So I thought, oh, I'm going to need I need a bigger crash, right? It's usually put like a small item because you're like, oh, I'd wake up if a mouse barks. Mouses bark? No. But this time I was like, I need something that's really gonna wake me up. Even though the more terrified you are, the more like on edge you are, like I would probably think a mouse is barking, at that how scared I was. But anyways, long story short, I put like a broom against the door, right? And I'm sleeping, and then all of a sudden, because it's a broom, right? And there's it was like awkwardly, it was bad positioning all around. Anyways, it fell from no accordance of anybody but my own lameness. But I'm sitting in bed going, oh my God, the alarm system went off. So prepare yourself. I'm freaking out because really in that moment, terrified yet again. And so like I slowly rush out to find that the broom had just been knocked over. So I was thinking, it would be cool if I had some skills and things like that. But then I thought also, what if those skills were the exact opposite of what you needed, right? Like, what if those skills only aided, like, because we've all heard, those like nature, when you go camping and things like that, some of those rules is like, who wrote this? The people, the animals that are trying to like eat us? Because some of those things you'd open it up and you're like, hey, wait a minute, this tells me to lie on the floor and with a sign that says eat me. But anyways, as I was thinking about this, well, I wasn't thinking about this. Let's be honest. After all that, your boy had a nightmare. Yeah. And, right? And so I was trapped in a house with the ghosts. That's not good. And they were scary ghosts. I know sometimes they're like ghosts. You think Casper? No, but this was a ghost, and it had like crazy face, eyes, ooh, like hair was all floating out in crazy directions. That's how you know you're in for some trouble. And they were like coming at you screaming. And I remember reading, and then I remember sliding down the stairs, right? Deep, dark stairs, right? Those stairs with no light. There's a light up top that emulates the top of the stairs, but at the bottom of the stairs is pitch black, and it looks terrifying. You guys know what I'm talking about. And so I slid down. No, you don't. But I slid down because this isn't even a real house. This is a made up story. But I went down. And as soon as I got up, because it's pitch black again, I got grabbed by another one of those scary ladies. And I thought in my head, wait a minute, what could possibly get me out of this situation, right? And I thought, I'll just burn the house down. I don't know why that was like the thought, but it was a dream. I was terrified, right? And there were witch ghosts chasing me. I couldn't really figure it out now that I'm like really diving into it. But anyways, I thought, if I light the house on fire, right? Because this is an old house, right? Because only ghosts do the old rickety. It's got to be a rickety house with holes in it, and there's got to be torn curtains. That's how you know. I don't know why I was in that house. I never would have been in a house like that because, I mean, look at me and look at what you've just been listening. I wouldn't go anywhere near you. If it's dark outside, I'm bringing a flat. No, I'm just kidding. So anyways, I thought, if I burn the house down, that's it. But then my immediate thought was, if I burn the house down, what if that's exactly what the ghosts need to escape? What if the house is the only thing holding them here? And if I burn the house down, I've unleashed all these ghosts. It was a real moral, good decision. Not really a moral decision at all, because if I burn the house down, I'm in the house, so lose for me. And if I'm right and the house burns down and these ghosts get out, it's a lose for everybody. There's no moral decision here at all. Don't do this. But then also it's like I'm trapped in this house, and what if the fire does do exactly what I need it to do, which is stop these ghosts, right? Because then if they don't have any place to inhabit, maybe they can't go nowhere. Right, so now I'm having like a thought process debate, like what, a debate inside of my nightmare? I thought this can't be happening. And then I got grabbed again and I woke up. And I of course was like, hey, babe, I had a nightmare. Ghosts were chasing me. And she literally was like, quit being a little bitch. I mean, what? Well, she didn't say that. I mean, she says, no, that's exactly what she said. And then she went back to sleep because I woke her up. And that's what you really don't do, right? Unless it's a severe emergency, you don't ever wake up your partner while they're peacefully asleep with your nonsense, as I've now learned, right? Because I thought, I'm terrified, I could use some comfort. No, she's asleep, and rightfully so. You should be too. It's the middle of the night, and there's nothing to be worried about. Except for the ghost.